What's going on, guys? It's Snoop MMA here. These are my predictions for the highly anticipated fight night coming up in the Apex. Garcia versus Onama. And from what I remember, it's not the most, or from what I recall, it's not the most stacked up fight night card, but what are we going to do? And it's just... we're going to have to deal with two Apex cards after one of the worst endings in a fucking pay-per-view. So, we got what we got, and, let's get on with it. First fight on the card, and what a banger in the strawweight division. Talita Alenkar versus Ariane Carnelossi. Okay, I'm not going to act like I'm knowledgeable on these two. But in this one, I'm gonna lean with the more experienced 15-3 Ariane Carnelossi over the 6-1-1 Talita Alenkar. Yeah, I don't really know what what to say about this matchup. I'm kind of. Yeah, I'm going to go Ariane Carnelossi. A little underdog pick, you know what I'm saying? Next fight. Next fight on the card is it's actually a really good fight. Phil Rowe versus Sun Young Ko. He had a really good fight. He had a really good fight against Oban Elliott. I didn't think he would win that. I had Oban. But honestly, I'm taking the underdog in Phil Rowe. I think Phil Rowe is really good, honestly. Yes, his losses in the UFC at least are Jake Matthews and Neil Magny and Gabe Green. But I honestly, his last fight versus Angelusa, he looked so fucking good. He was dominating. He was dominating. And I know Angelusa isn't the greatest, but he's a tricky customer, of course. And Phil Rowe made it look easy. There was some hairy moments, but he still made it look easy. And I'm tempted to go Sun Hyun Ko or whatever. I'm tempted to go Ko or KO because he did look really, really good in his last fight against Oban Elliott. But I do think Phil Rowe is a little bit too much for him. He has a 9-inch reach advantage, 9.5, I think. 4-inch height advantage, just going to be too rangy, I think. And I just think Phil Rowe's going to get him. So, yeah, I got Phil Rowe in that match. Next fight on the card, Alice Ardell-Yan versus Montserrat Conejo Ruiz. I'm going Conejo Ruiz. I don't think Alice Ardell-Yan's good at all. 10-7. She had a win, pretty decent win in the last fight, but I don't know. It's just too far between. Might switch up I might go Ardell-Yan actually, because her losses aren't that bad. The losses that she does have, like she's lost to Shauna Bannon in the UFC by split decision. It's a good one. She lost to Melissa Martinez. She's not that bad. Lost to Zhang Wei Li on the regional scene. Like, she doesn't have that bad of losses, honestly, and coming off of a win, that might be good for her. And Conejo Ruiz hasn't won in the UFC since 2021 and hasn't fought since 2023 and is coming off of 3 KO losses. Albeit it's a good competition, minus Jacqueline Amorim now. If you're losing by TKO or KO to Jacqueline Amorim, I can't trust that. Judging by her last fight where she had absolutely nothing on the feet and you're getting KO'd by that. But other than that, she's lost to Mendo Lemos and Eduardo Mora. So, yeah, I'm going to go Ardell-Yan on this. I was kind of bugging at the start because she's a really big favorite for not being that good. But then you look more into it, and Conejo Ruiz isn't that good either. So I'm going to take the lesser of two evils and go Alisar Delayan on this fight. Next fight on the card is Ketlin Vieira versus Norma Dumont. I know it's a WMMA fight, but I feel like this should be higher on the card, at least for an Apex card, because Norma Dumont isn't that bad, you know? She's actually quite entertaining in a few ways, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going to go Norma Dumont on this. I think Norma Dumont's actually a really, really talented women's MMA fighter. She's in her last fight versus Irene Aldana at the Sphere. That shit, it was a demolition job. Fucking beat the absolute shit out of her. It was crazy. For a woman's fight, it was fucking crazy. And I think the backstory behind that was she got cheated on her by her husband or some shit, and then went into that fight with all that fucking aggression. So, yeah, that's fun. And I don't know. I feel like she might be too big for Ketlin Vieira, because former featherweight, when that was a thing in this sport. And Ketlin Vieira, I think she's coming off a win over Macy Chiasson. And Macy Chiasson, come find out later down the line, she's not that good. Really not that good. Got schooled by who it was, either Carol Rosa or Yana Santos. She got schooled by Yana Santos in the clinch. She was getting fucked up in the clinch when she should have been doing that. So I don't know. I feel like Norma Dumont will be too much for Ketlin Vieira on the feet. Jeez. All of their wins are by decision. Jesus Christ. But yeah. But I just think Norma Dumont has more of that X factor and that aggressiveness and that, I hate to say it, but man fighting spirit. She fights like a man, and I'm gonna go by that every time. So I'm gonna go Norma Dumont on this. I forgot to say like the fucking outcomes of these, but okay, so I'll just do it now. But for the first fight, Talita Elankar versus Ariane Carnelossi. I think that's Carnelossi by decision. Phil Rowe versus Sun Kyung KO. I'm going Phil Rowe by either decision or late rounds TKO. Alice Ardoyan versus Montserrat Conejo Ruiz. I'm going Ardoyan by decision there. And this one, Norma Dumont versus Ketlin Vieira. I'm going Norma Dumont by decision. Next fight up on the card. I'm intrigued by this one. 6-0 Dante Johnson versus, coming off of his nuts getting obliterated, Cedricus Dumas. I'm going Dante Johnson by like second round TKO, honestly. Although I do think Cedricus Dumas gets a little bit too much hate for his skills. I don't think he's that bad, but I don't think he's that good, you know? I think Dante Johnson will get him. I really do think that Dante Johnson's going to get him, though Cedricus Dumas might have some lighter man skill on his hands, because Dante Johnson, former light heavyweight, moving down to middleweight. So that's going to be interesting to see. And Cedricus Dumas has a 5-inch reach advantage, and how many would that be? Is that 6 inches in height? I think yeah. So this could be a little tricky, honestly, but I do have Dante Johnson winning this by second round TKO. I've seen, though Cedricus Dumas has been put out by a good level of competition, he leaves himself too open, and his striking, it's decent but not the greatest, you know. Like Mikhail Oleksiejczuk is putting you out in the first round. I know he's evolved with the Fighting Nerds and all that, but yeah, I think all of Dante Johnson's wins are by, he has 100% finish rate, 6-0, 6 KOs, and I just think that's a recipe for disaster for Cedricus Dumas, coming off of a bad injury as well. So yeah, I'm going Dante Johnson second round TKO or KO. Next fight on the card is Timmy Kwamba versus Cheng Ho Lee. I'm going Cheng Ho Lee here. you know. In his last fight versus Romeus, he looked really fucking good back in April. But Timmy Kwamba, I don't know. I don't know about Timmy Kwamba. Like, he's decent, but I don't really see it in him. Like we're losing to Lucas Almeida, and oh my god, his losses are bad. We lost to Lucas Almeida, and Balajiaki isn't awful. He's just stupid as fuck. He's just dumb as hell. So, and not the most skilled, but very powerful. And wait, so who's moving up here? Is Timmy Kwamba moving down? Oh, yeah, he's moving down. I don't like that. I'm definitely taking Chang Ho Lee. Lighter man skill will always prevail. And he's just not had, like, these, I don't know, he's not had these, like, performances that I'm, like, wowing at. Like, he knocked out Roberto Romero at the Kansas City card, wherever the fuck that was, wherever the Ian Gary practice card was. But, yeah, and Chang Ho Lee is fucking really good. Has KO power. Fucking lighter man skill, of course. But, yeah, I don't know. Timmy Kwamba's not that good. So I'm going to trust Chang Ho Lee getting this done by decision, honestly. I don't think he's going to finish him. But I do think it'll be a dominant decision. And, yeah. Got Chang Ho Lee beating Timmy Kwamba. Next card. Next fight on the card. Billy Elicana versus Kevin Christian. Damn! Oh my god. Kevin Christian, 6'7". 6'7". Okay. But, god damn, he's a big ass fucking light heavyweight. Holy shit. Fuck, dude. I was gonna go Billy Elicana, but this guy's a fucking giant. Whew. I'm still probably going Billy Elicana. I don't know. Actually, I don't know, honestly. I'm changing my pick, honestly. I'm going Kevin Christian on this. I'm going Kevin Christian. He's a big-ass dude with a submission game. Big-ass dude with a submission game and can knock people out. And I'll always go back to this fight with Billy Elicana. That Bogdan Guskov fight, he just completely let him sub him and completely quit. And his last fight versus Ibo Aslan was one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. Not completely on him, more on Ibo Aslan for being shit, but yeah, I'm not very impressed by Billy Elicana. In that fight versus Bogdan Guskov, in that first round, he looked really fucking good and looked like he was about to just slide his way into the rankings on his debut. But he just ended up breaking and he literally like motioned for him to come and sub him. He just sat on the ground and let Bogdan Guskov sub him. Like, and that's a red flag to me, honestly. So, yeah, I'm honestly go Kevin Christian. It will be in his debut, get a dub. Underdog 2-1. I like those odds. So, yeah, I'm going to go Kevin Christian on this one, honestly. Really good, honestly. Big ass. I'm just still I can't get over this fucking 6'7" thing. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kevin Christian by either decision or a second round submission. Maybe second or third round submission or decision for Kevin Christian. Yeah, I'm going a lot of underdogs on this, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but okay. Anyway, next fight on the card, Alan Nascimento versus Rafael Estevam. I'm going Rafael Estevam on this. I think he's actually pretty decent. has a win over Charles Johnson. Anyone who can get a win over Charles Johnson, I fucking instantly respect you. I think Charles Johnson is so fucking good. Unless you're one of those fuckers that robs him, and I think this is actually one of them. But either way, making it close with him is always fucking impressive as shit. Andy beat Jesus Aguilar, Jesus Aguilar is fucking really good. We saw him get that. He got a nice sub over fucking that Nickel dude. He fucking sucks though. But his last fight versus Luis Garul was fucking really good at Noche. And his only loss is to Rafael Estevan Mantazo Retire. I forgot, but yeah, Rafael Estevan he looks really good in all of his fights, and 14-0, you can't deny it. But Nascimento, honestly, I could honestly see him making it close or winning. But I do have Rafael Estevan by decision. Even though I think Alan Nascimento, this is honestly, it's like a 60-40 fight. Like, I could definitely see Nascimento taking this, honestly. His only loss in the UFC is to Tagir by split decision. So, honestly, like, I'm getting kind of split on this. But I'm like 55-45 on this, but I'm going to go with my 55% on Estevan. I'm going Rafael Estevan on this by decision, though I think Alan Nascimento could sub him, honestly. He is a fucking master with the submissions. 15 fucking submission wins is crazy. Andy trains to shoot to box. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going fucking Rafael Estevan, but I will not be surprised if Alan Nascimento can win this. I will not be surprised. Next fight on the card. Charles Radke versus Daniel Frunze. Charles Radke. Yeah, his losses aren't that bad, honestly. Losses are not that bad. Because, the Austin Hubbard loss, he's not that good. But in the UFC, he's only lost to Carlos Prates and Mike Malott. And call me crazy, but I don't think Daniel Frunze is on Mike Malott or Carlos Prates level. And, oh my god, yeah. He's the guy who lost to Reese McKee. After, Reese McKee, has, no wins, and, this is his only win. So, yeah, I have no confidence that Daniel Frunze would win this. And now me saying that he's going to chin Charles Radke. But I'm going Charles Radke by, honestly, a first round KO. I think Charles Radke is fucking very dangerous and can easily exploit Daniel Frunze on the feet. I think this will be easy work for Charles Radke. Honestly, fucking odds should be... People who make these odds are dumb as fuck. He's only a fucking minus 160. But I'm going Charles Radke on this over Daniel Frunze. I'm going first round TKO/KO. And yeah, I think Charles Radke is going to get it done. Even though he did look really shit in his last fight against Mike Malott, but it's different. There's way different levels of competition, you know. Mike Malott's, he's a really good fighter. Only lost to Neil Magny, but hey, Neil Magny, he's the GOAT. We all lose to Neil Magny. But anyway, yeah, I'm going Charles Radke on this one by first round KO. Next fight on the card, this is actually one I'm really interested in, and this is another underdog I'm going. Isaac Dolgarian versus Yadir Delval. I've been wondering where Delval was for the last fucking couple of months. Had a pretty good showing against Chase Matthews, I'm pretty sure. Connor Matthews, I'm fucking stupid. Even though Connor Matthews isn't the best level of competition, he still got him out of there in 3 minutes via sub. And I think this is really good value for an underdog, honestly. I think this is a really good fucking underdog pick. Isaac Dolgarian. He's a good fighter. Only lost to C-Rod by split decision, so maybe I'm bugging here, but I don't know. I'm really seeing a Yadir Doval decision here, honestly. Maybe even a sub. I'm picking Doval by either late rounds sub or decision. But yeah, since he made his debut, I think on the, what card was it? Yeah, the Apex card, Burns versus Morales. I've always been really interested in him, and I've been wondering where he's been, but he's back. And yeah, I got him by sub in the late second or third round, or by decision here. It's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be a lot of decisions on this card, but yeah, I'm going Yadir Doval. Damn, I'm fucking burping like a fucking Fuck, my bad. But yeah, I'm going Yadir Doval by decision or sub. Yeah. Next fight on the card. This is really interesting, honestly. Jeremiah Wells versus Temba Garimbo. Temba coming off of a bad loss against Vicente Luque. And honestly, that's like Vicente Luque, the way he's looked in his last couple of fights, like, you can't lose to that in under a minute. You just can't. I'm sorry, you can't. And that is honestly making me sad towards picking Jeremiah Wells. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm picking Temba. I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm picking Temba. Like, because I just remember Jeremiah Wells lost to fucking Max Griffin in the Big 24. Like, fuck no. You serious, brother? And we're getting fucking subbed by Carlston Harris, even though he's not that bad, honestly, on the ground. But, like, dude, you got to beat him if you want to be something. You got to win that. And yeah, and though I'm not very impressed by both these guys, I do feel like Temba will be more skilled. But this is honestly a 50-50 fight because I'm not that impressed with Temba as well. Because getting subbed by Vicente in 52 seconds in the Big 24, basically 25, it was December 24. Like, that makes me not think I can trust you at all in this fight. But maybe it was too quick of a turnaround for him because it was 2 months after his fucking last fight, and he went to a 3-rounder. But yeah, I'm gonna go Temba on this. I'm gonna go Temba on this, but it's like a 51-49 type of thing. Not 50-50, but I'm slightly leaning towards Temba on this fight. I'm gonna go Temba by decision because I don't see him knocking him out, or he might knock him out, honestly. Either late TKO or decision for Temba. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh my God, bless me, please. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm going Temba Garimbo by most likely a decision because I feel like most of these are going to be decisions. But I will not be surprised if Jeremiah Wells just drops a fucking bomb on him. Absolute bomb. And oh my God, that sneeze just like made me like fucking pull my arm out of place. Oh my God, that fucking hurts. But let's just get on to the next fight. Next fight on the card is one I am really excited for. I'm very excited for this fight because if you guys didn't know, I'm a huge Ante Delija enjoyer, and I don't mind Waldo Cortez Acosta, honestly. So I feel like this is gonna be a fucking scrap. Two dudes that just want to fucking stand and bang, heavyweights, and these are good heavyweights. Honestly, these are pretty decent heavyweights. They're not fucking stuck in the mud. They actually have some footwork going on. So it's actually going to be a good showing. And maybe this is the real heavyweight event that we can get, because the last one was fucking trash. But yeah, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ante Delija. pretty straight even odds, and I agree with those because this really could go either way. But I'm leaning Ante Delija. I think he just has that different level of aggressiveness and will to win in this division. He went straight. I'm other than Aspinall, I'm being dead ass. Who does that to fucking Marcin Tybura? Just demolition first round. And Marcin Tybura is a fucking tricky customer, dude. Like his fight, Marcin Tybura versus his fight versus Jonathan Deniz, though maybe not aging the best because Deniz has lost a few times and had a few stinkers, but his ground and pound on it was fucking disgusting. That made me think Marcin Tybura. That fight made me think Marcin Tybura was on a new fucking level and getting back to that fucking top, but guess not. But Ante Delija just fucking ran through him in a few minutes, and that just makes me. That gets me excited. That really gets me excited seeing that in this division because there hasn't been a lot of that. And Waldo Cortez Acosta, like, yes, he is a good heavyweight, but I don't think he has that same aggressiveness and that same dog in him, honestly. And I like the fact that Ante Delija trains with Aspinall, and he honestly gives off Aspinall, honestly. But also, on the other end, him winning this fight, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good because Aspinall is just gonna dip when this guy gets a title shot, and that's not good for this division at all. Even though Ante Delija is a really fucking entertaining fighter, and I'd love to see him as champion. It's not the same hype level and name level as Aspinall being the champ. And honestly, like, I'd love to see those two fight. Both of you guys make so much, like, that would be so fucking good. Make so much money for you guys' gym. That would be fucking two gym members going against each other. That would fucking blow, bro. Not blow in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying. And stylistically, that's a good matchup. Though I think Aspinall would get him out and fucking fairly quickly. It would be scary for a little bit, you know. They both know each other's inside outs, but yeah, I'm going Ante Delija by a second round knockout. I think he's actually going to put Waldo out. A lot of people are taking him by decision, but I think Ante Delija is a different level. And Waldo Cortez Acosta gets by going pitter pat, almost losing to Andre Arlovski, almost losing to Sergey Spivak, and I just think Ante Delija would fucking demolish those guys. Like, Marcin Tybura and fucking Sergey Spivak are basically the same person. And, like, the difference is just uncanny. Because Sergey Spivak could have won that fight against Waldo. But I had Waldo winning that, but it could go either way. And Ante Delija would fucking put that dude out. Sergey Spivak is not good. I'm just being real. He's not good. Plotty heavyweight. Or not that. I won't go that fucking drastic, but he's just a plotty heavyweight. And these two are not plotty heavyweights. So this is going to be a really good fight. I could see it going Waldo, but I'm going Ante Delija by second round KO. And another side note, I have no idea why this isn't the main event. This is like ranked 6 versus 9. And the main event's 13 to 4, whatever. Maybe I shouldn't be fucking talking about that, but next fight. It's good, that. My son's blind. It's good, that. Ante's going to be at the belt. Anyway. The main event of Steve Garcia versus David Onama. And I am deadass so fucking conflicted about this fight. Even though, like, people are clowning on it, say, like, oh, this shouldn't be a main event. I think it's a really interesting and fun fight. Both of these guys can get into scraps. I think this is going to be one hell of a scrap, honestly. My God. I don't want to... Oh, my God, another underdog. Like, ever since this has been announced, I've been leaning David Onama. I cannot tell you why, but I cannot, bro. Oh, my... I have no clue who I have. because all I fucking am picturing is like Steve Garcia has him gassed and makes him quit. That's what I keep seeing in the back of my head. But like another part of me is saying that David Onama is just I feel like David Onama is gonna skirt around the outside and fucking just avoid him, honestly. But I can't fucking I don't know. I don't fucking know, bro. Fuck it. I'm going David Onama by the fucking decision. I'm going David Onama by decision. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever said, but I might go David Onama by decision. Not a bad pick. Slight underdog, but I'm going David Onama on this one. I think Steve Garcia, like he's one of the best marauders, but he might be too much of a marauder, if you know what I'm saying. Too much of a marauder for his own good. Even though he has a crazy fucking streak going on with good-ass names, I think David Onama is going to scrut around the outside, stick and move, fucking do what he does best. Like, him doing it this way might contradict what I just said. It's going to be a scrap. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to win. And his losses are not that bad. Mason Jones is a really good fucking... Not a good loss to have, but like it's not a bad loss. And Nate Land, where you just get caught up in a war with him, and anything can happen. And I thought he looked really good against Giga Chikadze. And Giga Chikadze is a really good fighter. People forget, man. But, yeah, I'm going David Onama by decision here. Though I could definitely see him getting fucking later rounds, championship rounds, gets broken. He's gassed out. He's getting broken. And just up against the cage, just body shots, headshots. And Garcia's just putting shit together and just puts him out. And this is another one I'm so conflicted on, but I'm gonna go with David Onama by decision here. Though either outcome, I'm fine with. I'm fine with either outcome. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this matchup, but it's gonna be a good one. This Apex card isn't too bad, honestly. It's not too shabby. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Onama by decision. Yeah, I'm really fucking conflicted about this, though. I might even change my fucking pick throughout the week. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm going David Onama. That's pretty much it. I don't got no more to say. Fucking comment down below what else you guys would like to see from me. Any constructive criticism on these videos will be helpful. And yeah, that's it from me. It's been Stoop MMA, and I'll see you guys later.